Well, it's a long story, and I have to tell you part of my life. First of all, I graduated economics. It was during the socialism, and it was not so interesting to study economics then. What I remember best from being there was the volleyball team. I used to participate. I was attacker, but I was not so tall, so I had to jump high.
Then I could do it.
Then I went to work 3 years in a bank, and I had to stamp documents for half day. And I prefer to play guitar with this hand, so I got fed up with this, and I applied to the National Film and Theatre Academy. Luckily, I got accepted, and I studied 5 years film criticism. I was movie goer. I used to go between 1 and 3 times at the National Cinematheque, and it was just perfect for me. After the end of the festival, I started to play guitar on the street. So for 2 years, I was busker. And a friend of mine came one day and proposed me, why don't you apply as director of Dom na Kinoto, which is cinema house. It is the most prestigious art house cinema. So we stopped playing for half hour. I applied, and I got accepted. And for 6 months, I was director of the cinema house, but playing guitar on the street. So, street fighter man, you know. Well, after becoming director of the cinema house, I started to do weekly events there, and weeks on different cinematographies, national cinematographies. We started to invite some filmmakers to do programs about filmmakers, and we started to do small festivals. And the first quite big festival was called Rock Film Fest, and it was a festival with rock films plus live rock music. Some years later, I extended this idea and did the Music Film Festival, which happened on a larger scale outside of Dom na Kinoto, and the center of this festival was the National Palace of Culture. And step by step, the festival started to develop. In the beginning, there was a music context with live music performances, but later on, it became a general festival because it's very difficult to manage 2 things professionally. Well, as I told you in the very beginning, it was 93, 94, these 2 rock film festivals, which were a local event at the cinema house supported by the British Council. Later on, in 97, we started with the Music Film Festival, and we just continued and called the festival from 2001. We called it Sofia International Film Festival, but it's the same festival. Just the concept of the festival, not to have music context, but to be a general festival, changed the name of the festival as well. But it's the same thing, just its development of